Will Uptober actually happen? Hello and welcome back to Tommy Does Crypto. In this week's Kaspa update video, I'm going to be covering the latest and greatest Kaspa alpha as we look to break out of this recent boring price action, hopefully later in this month of October, which a lot of people have coined Uptober. In order to build a picture of what Kaspa is going to do, we obviously first have to look at the Bitcoin chart. After Bitcoin's recent bullish efforts back upwards towards the end of September, coinciding with the FOMC's announcement of the interest rate cuts, since then we have seen a healthy correction back down towards 60k, rejecting just before we hit our major resistance level. Since we've been in this downward pattern for a long time now, this movement doesn't really surprise me, and it remains to be when we zoom out that this is the final big bear trap before the bull run begins, either this month or in November, and hopefully we should be seeing a new Bitcoin all-time high before 2025 rolls around. Clearly, with the Iranian bombing of Israel and geopolitical tensions being exceptionally high in the Middle East right now, that is one catalyst event that has had a negative impact onto the markets, as we saw Bitcoin fall further on Tuesday. However, do not be afraid, as adoption will continue to grow, and the likelihood is that this kind of warfare news will only have short-lived effects onto the crypto market, small blips when you zoom out onto a wider time frame. So I would be expecting a recovery soon. This week, I was actually given the opportunity to appear on a one-on-one debate with crypto Archie. However, I decided to withdraw my participation since I did not want to aggravate or extend the current trivial situation that was ongoing on Twitter, since he had argued that Shai Deshi, one of the Kaspa core developers and contributors, was too vocal about his first-hand experience in the ongoing and devastating war zone in Israel. I felt that Archie had been insensitive and callous towards Shai, and I initially wanted to staunchly defend Shai and settle the claims of Archie on Archie's livestream. However, I realised that I should not give further stage for Archie to share his argument, as it would likely just result in perpetuating this frankly ludicrous line of argument for far longer than it needs to be. Ultimately, if you are in any doubts at all, you must remember that not one single individual and their voice can affect the adoption or reputation of Kaspa. Shai simply sharing the occasional tweet about his unfortunate situation on one side of the war does not disrupt Kaspa's natural journey of adoption, and as we know, Kaspa is the perfect hard money built off the back of a distributed network that is fully decentralized and completely untouchable by politics, by war, by bureaucrats and governments. Kaspa is completely borderless, and anyone and everyone has the right to interact with the network, and this cannot and will not undermine the success of Kaspa in the future. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say here on my YouTube about this current Twitter situation, as it does not need to be discussed any further. If you're interested, you can find my full reasoning over on X why I declined Archie's livestream, but I will be moving on from that now. Taking a look at Kaspa's chart now, and the recent Bitcoin price action has resulted in a short fall from 16 down to 14 cents. This, however, in my opinion, is a huge opportunity to grab more Kaspa at a discount, particularly given the fact, if we take a look at historical 4-year cycles for Bitcoin, the bull markets have begun in October, November time of the year of Bitcoin's halving. And obviously the most recent Bitcoin halving happened in April this year. Therefore, the end of 2024, so October now this month, and November, December is likely going to be the beginning of a very aggressive bull run that will stretch over into late 2025. On top of that, we have other very bullish indicators I've talked about in previous videos, such as lower interest rates paired with signs of a weakening dollar, making risk assets like crypto more attractive to buy, as well as, arguably most significantly, the global liquidity index is set to rise very soon, which again is a massive bullish indicator that capital flowing into Bitcoin will soon increase drastically as we approach 2025. The culmination of all these wider economic signals means that we have a very bright future ahead of us for the next month or so, and Bitcoin will likely very soon retry to break that major resistance once more, and once it does, it should send the whole market into a bull market, by which point we can be expecting Kaspa to be hitting its first short-term price target of around 40 cents. Having a look at the Kaspa versus BTC chart, and this recent dump has meant that Kaspa has had a nice wick down to a very strong support line, which could signal that we could be springboarding off that support to new heights as Kaspa looks to climb in value against Bitcoin in the upcoming months. On Kaspa's price chart too, this is the third time we have hit this specific major support level over the last 5 months, which again could signal that 14 cents could be the local bottom for Kaspa, and therefore now is a great time to load up on the discounted area. As we know, Kaspa has been on Kraken's roadmap of coins that they are looking to list soon for a good few weeks now, and just last week they posted this word search on their Twitter, teasing this week's listings. Delving into the word search, we find various coins that have been listed, including NOS, which was listed on Monday, Eigen and Ton, which were listed on Tuesday, and Sky and USDS listed on Wednesday. However, there is a major elephant in the room. As you can see here, CAS, the ticker for Kaspa, actually appears on the word search. However, it is the only coin that has been teased but not listed or mentioned by Kraken since. The likelihood is this is intentional, and it's clear that they are waiting and delaying for the perfect time to list Kaspa, which could literally be any day from now. I am now confident that Kraken will be the first tier 1 American exchange to list Kaspa, and consequently, as we know, that will likely open the floodgates and cause a domino effect, forcing all the other tier 1s to list Kaspa until Kaspa is available on every single major exchange. The thing about Kaspa, however, as we know, it is fairly launched and there is no team that pays for listings. Therefore, Kraken and other tier 1s like Binance have to market buy their own Kaspa bag to have liquidity to be able to list it. The consequence of this, though, is that Kraken will want to list Kaspa when the price is significantly above the area that they were accumulating their own bags, and therefore not only be making money on volume but also profits from the Kaspa that they are selling. Looking back at Kaspa's chart, we can find that when Kaspa was listed on Binance and Kraken perpetuals, it was around December, January time, and therefore it was likely Kraken and Binance that drove up this previous massive Kaspa pump late last year as they were market buying their Kas bags. Therefore, they might be looking for a bit more breathing room, particularly given the recent market pullback, and will likely remain hesitant about listing Kaspa until it is closer to its all-time high of 20 cents and beyond. But as per the so-called leaked alpha from Rock the Kaspa, which I shared a few videos ago, we should hopefully and finally have that listing before the end of October, and hopefully that will help contribute to October being a bullish Uptober for Kas. Now heading over to take a look at the KRC20, and as we know, when Kaspa's price starts to surge upwards, along with it, lots of liquidity begins to flow into KRC20 meme coins, and some of them will function almost like a leveraged Kaspa position. In my last video, I suggested a potential market cap price prediction for Kaspa's #1 meme coin, Nacho, and also suggested that perhaps Kaspi could be a good little pick to have as well. However, I did also say that obviously the first week of the KRC20 will be action-packed with a whole lot of hype and liquidity, and we did see millions of dollars worth in trading volume, but I also emphasized the fact that this would lead to a natural and healthy correction for the majority of these tokens, particularly which also coincides with Kaspa's bad price action. So it is in my opinion, but I believe that now is the perfect time to be buying your KRC20 meme coins, since they are at a great discount right now and Kaspa is cheap too. Buying these meme coins now will allow you to be ahead of most of the crowd, since the majority are not available on any centralized exchanges yet. The only ones we have seen so far is Somps listing on L-Bank and Kaspa the Ghost listing on XT Exchange. So far though, Nacho has completed its big fundraiser, raising over $80,000, and we have actually heard that they'll be using that cash to list on 3 different centralized exchanges, including an American regulated exchange, which is extremely bullish. And while we don't know which exchange that is yet, looking at where Kaspa is already listed, it could be listing somewhere like Uphold or Polyonex, which clearly would be great for attracting liquidity in from American users in particular, and likely within weeks of that we could see Nacho hitting 100 million market cap. My other smaller pick, Kaspi, has just released their new roadmap, and they are currently attempting to create a fundraiser to get listed on some exchanges too, so it's looking pretty promising, particularly with its small market cap of only around 4 million. I can definitely see this one doing turbo-esque gains. Some other KRC20 tokens on my radar right now include Pepe on Kas, Rusty and Conan, but let me know down in the comments below which KRC20 tokens you hold and how much X you think that they could do in the bull run. As it stands right now, the majority of them you can only buy and trade through the KSPR Telegram bot, and you should be very cautious because there are a lot of scams going around. But as always, this is a great time to be getting involved and being early ahead of the crowd. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to help me and my channel out. Share the video too if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.